I was very lucky. Exactly on the first week of our arrival, I have heard that spouses of ambassador, together with Her Majesty Princess Margarita, were going to publish a cookbook which was called Food Around the World. And the book was already ready to be printed. And I couldn't help myself that not to participate to this project, especially the profit from this project went to Princess Margarita's foundation to support those who are in need. So Armenia was the last country who were included in the project, presenting our traditional rapama there, and it was a very successful project. I'm very proud to start my mission in Romania with this very beautiful and symbolic activity. The second one was very, very, let's say, for me, a little bit complicated one, because I was nominated, elected to become president of International Women's Association of Bucharest in the COVID period. You can understand and you can't imagine how hard it was to satisfy women especially, who are used to meet at least twice, 3 times per week to have different activities, and then there is almost nothing to do. And you have to think how to organize everything to keep them active, to keep the organization alive, and to bring something new to, let's say, to pass through this very, very hard time for everyone. And I would proudly say that we managed to keep our members interested in the organization, and I'm very happy to announce that this year the organization will celebrate its 45th anniversary, and all the members are still with us for this long period. This is I would especially mention the hard work and excellent collaboration of especially our Romanian representatives, members, as they are the only ones who are staying in Romania for this long period. The rest, we have approximately 200, 300 members per year, are expats who are coming to Romania, discovering beauty of Romania and unfortunately living it, but with a big and very warm memories from this beautiful country. And the third initiative that I was engaged and honored to start this project was a project of very respected journalist Dana Diag, who has an idea to promote and to explain to the Romanian audience how the people from foreign countries try to be healthy, what kind of remedies they use to, let's say, cure their diseases, etc., etc. To me, it was very timely and very, let's say, unique program. A Romanian audience was able to see, to interact with spouses of ambassadors, not in an official level, but in a very sincere and open, let's say, communication, when they were able to hear, like in Malaysia or Korea or Armenia, how we try to cure our kids and ourselves. Being a career diplomat, I was also nominated to work at the embassy as a consular for diaspora, educational and cultural issues. That's why, except of the fact of having 2 common kids together with ambassador and almost 50 years lifelong experience, of course, as consular of the embassy for cultural and diaspora issues, I tried to be active in every initiative of our community and embassy. I would like just to bring as an example the last initiative that we launched together with Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Romania and Romfilatelia. It's but also connected with one of the very important figures of Armenian community in Romania, Miss Anna Aslan. So I'm proudly presenting this stamp to everywhere, starting from April of this year, to promote and to present Miss Anna Aslan and her input in not only Romanian medicine, but in the medicine that is very well known all around the world and is used almost by every woman. Yes, this is the common initiative of the Armenian Embassy, Romfilatelia, Maie of Romania, and Armenian High Post. You see two stamps here, if you noticed. This one was made by the Armenian side. This was the option of Armenian side, and this was the option of Romanian side. And the edition was called Elixir of Tineretului. So, where Mrs. Anna Aslan was, let's say, symbolizing the spring and the meaning of being young. And here is Miss Aslan just in her office. Hardworking lady that wanted everyone to feel young and happy. I had very strange emotions because before our arrival to Romania, I heard some, let's say, books. I know about some members of our community. I met even some of them like in the last 10 years. But to my surprise, I didn't know that some of them only speaks Armenian. The community was very warm and they received us very, very happily and were ready to support in any initiative. But the only problem for me then was the language. So to respect this community and to stay with them and to better collaborate, I started to learn a little bit Romanian. We are diplomats and we work for our homeland. But Romania is the country that becomes our second homeland due to the fact of our community that really has two homelands, Armenia and Romania, and due to very friendly and very warm people of Romania. So I can say nothing than thank you to all my friends and all members of our community in Romania for their support and understanding during almost these 6 years. I was impressed by the interest of Armenian community to present and to promote our traditions, our dance, our music, because even being far from their motherland and from Armenia for many years, the community still preserve and still promote whatever is very important for every Armenian. I just try to bring my knowledge of Armenian traditions, Armenian, let's say, know-hows, as soon as the Armenian community here is mainly old community, so to keep these bridges between Armenia and Romania and Romanian Armenian community and to make it a little bit stronger. To me, everything was similar, almost the same, of course with small differences. The only difference for me was language, as I mentioned. That's why I said, in order to better understand the roots and to better understand the people, the only thing I should do is to learn a little bit Romanian, so to feel complete. Din primele zile când am venit din România, primul reprezentant al comunității armene din România a fost domnul Pambuccean, care trebat la mine: feta mea, e cel mai bine când plecați la țara asta, vorbesc puțin limba română. Și am promit. și vreau să mulțumesc domnul Pambuccean din limbă și română pentru această bună gânduri și propunere și sperăm ne vedem din noi. First, Delta Dunării. It's amazing. The nature is amazing and the perfect place for relaxation after especially very hard working period after the COVID and after the wars in our regions. So if you have 1 or 2 days to relax and to have your vacation, then it's definitely Tulcea. Of course, I like very much Craiova. I like very much Timișoara, Sibiu, Brașov. You know, especially I can't mention only 1 or 2 cities in Romania because it's very vibrant and very different. So it depends on the mood where I want to go or I want to visit for 4th or 5th time. And I was lucky to travel almost in every corner of Romania to the fact that Maie once or twice per year organized different kind of visits for ambassadors and their spouses, but also our community was very, very active, and all the branches of community tried to organize at least 2-3 events per year, of course with the collaboration of the embassy, so it was almost impossible not to support them and not to be together with them during these activities. So it was my great pleasure to travel and to, let's say, discover each and every corner of Romania. You have to have very strict understanding of being mother at 7 a.m. and then at 9 just an employee or diplomat, and at 4 or 6 a spouse, and you have to be ready to change all these roles and have the synergy of this whenever you need to do this or that, and at the end of the day to ask, so today I was mother, better mother, spouse or diplomat. So it's, you know, for me, it's something that I can not understand during the day. Probably after our departure from Romania, I would have more time to think about it. Just yesterday, I received a confirmation from Ministry of Culture of Armenia. I was trying to start this project before COVID, but unfortunately, you know what happens, and every project, almost every project has been postponed. And just yesterday they confirmed that they put in the program of 2024 the program of collaboration of Romanian and Armenian artisans. So hopefully in next year it will start, and it would be my pleasure to see during Strada Armeniască or any other festivals, minority festivals or whatever, our artisans presenting Armenia in Romania and Romanian artisans presenting Armenian culture, traditions in Romania. You know, it's not very clear yet which way we will go, but we have 2 options to choose. First, to bring the artisans and the people with the, let's say, very old Armenian traditions that can teach here their Romanian colleagues how to, let's say, work in this or that area, or to make a comparison of this, so to bring Armenian and Romanian artisans from the same sphere together and to have a common project, like creation of traditional dresses or monument or whatever. So to bring them together, to have a common result, but with different approaches, and to show the, let's say, Armenian and Romanian, both similarities and differences in one single place.